Okay, our next speakers are Nancy Baxter Hernandez and Margaret Dean, both from ACS Doha. So thank you for travelling from Doha today. And they both work in lower school. Nancy is a learning support specialist, and Margaret is a lower school teacher. And this afternoon they're going to share their co-teaching reading and math project with you. If you're using Padlet, you can click on either photograph and it's going to take you to the same place. So please continue doing that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Margaret Dean. I'm a grade 2 teacher at ACS Doha.
And I'm Nancy, and I'm the learning support for grade 3 ACS Doha. And I'm co-leading Margaret and Farzana in this action research.
Okay. As educators at international schools, we often know that we have classrooms that are extremely diverse.
In ACS Doha, we have several groups of students in our classes. So we have the EAL learners, and we have the learning support students who have identified learning needs, and we also have the highly able students and those at-risk students who are likely to fall below expectation if not properly supported. And of course, we have the average students. And to make our classroom more interesting, we also have students who are falling in 2 or 3 in categories that I had just mentioned.
So 3 years ago, the grade 2 team worked together as a cohort to decide the best way to meet the needs of all of the students in our classroom. And due to some training that Nancy had received the previous year, we decided to go with the co-teaching model.
On the first year of our co-teaching, we focused on the writing. On the second year, we focused on the reading. And on the third year, we focused both on reading and maths.
And that's how we came to our question for this year's action research, which is a continuation from when we started last year formally. So how does co-teaching transdisciplinary units of inquiry with embedded literacy and numeracy affect grade 2 and grade 3 students' achievement, engagement, and enjoyment?
In an analysis of academic research article, which was done by Elizabeth Campbell, on the topic co-teaching, it yields a very inconclusive result. The very reason behind this is that there is a dearth of research studies that has been done on this topic, which is focusing on the effectiveness and the impact of the co-teaching to the students. Most of the researches that has been done has been focused on how to implement the co-teaching effectively and not on the achievement of the students. And so this makes this study more exciting for us because there's not much study available supporting this.
So our research method last year, since we were focused basically on the reading, we had 2 cohorts. Our first cohort consisted of 2 classes where they were focused on the co-teaching lessons, and the other 2 classes had solo-taught lessons. And then at the second semester, we switched, and those who were receiving co-taught lessons first semester were solo-taught, and then those who were receiving solo-taught lessons were then receiving co-teaching lessons. The results of that study led us to continue into this year, where we focused on co-teaching across the board throughout the entire year. And so each teacher had 5 co-teaching lessons per week. 3 were focused on English language arts, and 2 were focused on math.
And to determine the effectiveness of the methods that we are using, we use several data collection tools, which include the result of the MAP test. We also use the wide range achievement tests, the reading A to Z, and we had several student and teachers' reflection.
So for the intervention, there are 6 different co-teaching models, and we tried to implement as many of them as we could, but we ended up focusing on two methods, primarily because we saw that they were the most effective in working with our students. So we did, primarily we focused on parallel teaching as well as station teaching, especially when we were teaching the maths.
And this afternoon, we're going to be sharing with you the results of the study, which includes the impact of the model to students' enjoyment, engagement, and students' achievement. Please enjoy our videos.
So instead of using graphs, we wanted you to hear the reflection of the students and the teachers from their perspective.
I enjoy co-teaching with one, which is two teachers teaching two smaller groups, because we learn more. Because one time we go to one teacher which will teach us something, and then one time we go to the other teacher which is going to teach us something different. Two different groups. You will learn more.
Turned up all the way.
If you have one teacher, it is still fun, but when you have two teachers, it's like, I feel like it's much more fun. Like, because then, like, you'll schedule a rotation with other teachers, because if you just have one teacher, you're all together. With one, we learn a little bit, but with two teachers, we learn so many that one day, and we know so many math, or whatever subject. And I like the two teachers, Miss Esther and Miss Nancy. They're having two teachers because they can support us more, and they're care teachers. When it's too big, it's going to be noisy, and the teacher was going to be hard to hear them. And so I like the two teachers more than one teacher. They're like two separate groups because like we have like 50 people in class. So we like two groups, one for Nancy and one for Mr. Ben. So and then we can like do it like to get the same word in separate groups. Some students know more about the topic we're learning about, and then one teacher can take students and level up so that they can teach them more and harder parts because they know that, they understand it. And the people that still struggle with it, the other teacher can teach them a little more so they know it and really understand it. Instead of there's one knows it and then one doesn't. The people that's at high level, they won't get bored, so it's going to be better, like one for the high level students to teach them what they should learn, and then one for the like low level students because like they could like still learn and everyone could be smart in the class.
Well, enjoying a little bit of a subjective term, but the way that I would judge enjoyment would be how excited they are about their learning, what do they say, how do they respond, do they look forward, do they ask about the lessons that are coming out in the co-teaching, all of those things would be a yes.
They allow for more engagement. All of the students were working together in smaller groups to really maximize their opportunities for interacting with each other and with the teacher and really delve into the nitty-gritty of a concept. And so I think they did like that. And there were different varieties of stations that they could do with the co-teaching model that just aren't as easy to implement when it's a school and as a teacher.
They're able to be heard and have a teacher listening to them and their concerns and their questions. Working in a smaller group definitely has its advantages to like all the attention that we're able to provide for them, and also if they have questions, it's always something that they're available to answer them right away.
As two teachers there to listen to their ideas and answer their questions, it gives them the opportunity to have their ideas and their voices heard more. So definitely further opportunities.
Like teaching lessons definitely gave them an opportunity to have more voice in the lesson and more interaction with the lesson. So they had the solo or the co-taught lessons were more meaningful and had more of an impact on them than the solo co-taught lessons.
I think that I'm improving more with two teachers than one. So I have been growing with my two teachers because usually when I have one teacher, I get struggled on because she has to work with somebody else, she has to help somebody else, and we can't get everybody to help to her. And because last year I had struggles with my spelling, handwriting and stuff, but now I get better on it, and so I learn and I grow. I feel that last year that more people have me, so I can get better at all my skills. When two teachers came, my grades I improved my grades. I used to be really bad at writing, but now so much more better because when I practice I learn more words, so it's been, these are not very normal sentences that I'm used to. At the start of the year when I was struggling with math and learning, so I feel the lines and learning again, and then as the year went on, I got better at writing. Go teaching and grow more. Thank you, great teachers.
So as we look at this as our results, because hold on, sir.
It's the teacher's perspective.
Sorry. We look at this as a win-win for us because from the teacher's perspective as well as from the student's perspective, we were able to see a great amount of growth. The fact that the students were able to express where they felt they started and where they felt that they are now is a testament to being able to spend more individualized time with our students as opposed to a solo taught class. Having two professionals in the building, in the classroom, especially a learning support teacher who knows how to look for certain things, is a learning experience for not only the students as well as the teachers. We feel very passionately about this. We are excited to continue with the co-teaching model next year and hopefully adding more grade levels. In this process, we also like to thank Latifa and Ben for their continued support, for the grade 2 teachers for 2 years of the action research, and for the grade 3 teachers for joining us this year, and for the support from our administration in this project and allowing us to have this opportunity for the past 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much.